Obsolete, Mr. Wordsworth.
Lie. No man is obsolete.
It's a cookbook.
Who are we?
When will they take the bandages off?
You're a bad man. You're a very bad man.
This lemon sucker here. He's the most suspicious of the bunch.
My name is Tommy Tina, and I'm beginning to hate you.
I believe you're going my way.
Live from Willoughby at the heart of the Twilight Zone. Here are your hosts, Alex and Tyler, the prestigiously perfect podcast in which we call The Twilight Gnome.
What is up, Gnomies? I'm Alex.
And I'm Tyler.
Welcome to the Twilight Gnome Podcast, episode 84. What episode are we going to be discussing this week, Ty?
This week we have Caesar and Me.
Season 5, episode 28, original air date, April 10th, 1964. This was written by Adele T. Strassfield, the only episode that she wrote. We'll get into a little bit of that more on Inside the Twilight Zone. And then this was directed by Robert Butler, who did 2 Twilight Zones, and we have completed his resume now. Both fucking stinkers.
What was the other one?
The Encounter.
Oh, this is better than The Encounter, though.
Yeah, but not impressive.
All right. I feel like we're already going to be off a little bit on our...
All right.
I mean, I didn't love this episode, but it wasn't a total stinker.
All right, Ty, we'll jump right into it. What was your favorite moment of this episode?
My favorite moment is when Susan walks down the stairs singing, "Jonathan can't get a job." She's just such an unnecessarily asshole to this poor Irish immigrant.
She is a very mean little girl. I actually have 3 things here. Susan is just hilarious.
Yep.
Caesar moving, unfortunate, but funny.
When he, paces back and forth in the
Yeah.
room, you just see him bobbing around.
And then at the end, spoiler alert, when Jonathan is saying goodbye to Caesar, tell him, Caesar. They keep cutting to a shot of him just caressing the face. They use the same shot 6 times. It's hilarious.
I don't think I noticed that, no.
I'll play it when it's fun. It's obviously going from Caesar's face to Jonathan's face, and once in a while there'll just be a hand caressing Caesar's face, and it's the same shot, just reused.
I mean, hey, sometimes you need filler, and you
It's
just
funny.
keep throwing in the same clip.
I was thinking of, was it Professor Nigerius too?
No, it's
No, I'm pretty sure it is. When I keep
the
going
throwing in the newspaper.
No, when I keep having your face go yes.
Oh, I was thinking you were talking about that's ignorant when the newspaper just keeps getting thrown in the same
that
bush.
as well, yes.
We have the technology to rebuild it.
Doctor, what have you created?
I am, for all intent and purposes, AI Serling.
So every week I put a prompt into ChatGPT, come up with a Rod Serling style intro to the episode we are watching. This week I went with a pretty meta one again, and I think it's actually pretty funny.
All right, let's hear it.
Submitted for your approval, a man named Jonathan West, a struggling ventriloquist whose only real talent is talking to himself through a piece of wood. The dummy's name, Caesar. The premise, familiar. Perhaps too familiar. You see, somewhere in the writer's office a memo was sent. Season 5. Run low on cigarettes, time, and originality. And so, from the musty prop closet of television past, out came another ventriloquist dummy with murder on its mind and a voice all of its own. But don't adjust your set, dear viewer. This isn't the dummy you've already seen. Oh no, this is Caesar and Me, the economy version, a buy one, get one free special from that ever-spinning bargain carousel known as the Twilight Zone.
It is hard not to compare the 2 episodes where they both surround a ventriloquist dummy, so it's so hard not to. But yeah, the dummy did it way better.
Oh, for sure.
And
Not even comparing apples to apples.
Actually kind of a scary episode, whereas this one's it's not exactly played for laughs, but it's not like Caesar's a threat in any way.
Yeah, it's odd. Every week, Tyler and I come up with a few questions for each other, keep each other on our toes while watching said episode. I have 3 this week.
I also have 3.
All right, and it is an even, so I will go. What is Jonathan's apartment number?
He is in number 4.
Correct.
What is the name of the shop in the opening shot?
Goldstein's Loan and Trust, or Goldstein's Loan.
Goldstein's Loan Co. Yeah.
All right. Where are we now?
Oh, when he says, "Where are we now?" They're on the sidewalk at the time.
He says, in front of the furniture store. Not that, you idiot. Which that's what I would say too. He's tell us. That would made no sense what Caesar did.
Yeah, that if you said what story in front of it, makes sense enough to kind of figure out your bearings. What's the third skill the employment agency asks Jonathan if he has?
Mechanic?
Correct, mechanic.
Remember that one sticking
Do you
out.
remember the other two?
No.
I think one had to do with typing, and I think the other one was,
Administration or something?
yeah, like secretary or something like that.
All right, my final question. How much for Jake's special cheese?
That's my final question.
Damn
It's
it.
85 cents.
A pound.
Yeah, I was trying to read the other ones. It was another thing that said, like, Jake's special something else, and that one was harder to read.
All right, we'll jump right into the plot of this one. We open on Goldstein's Loan Company, a little pawn shop there, and the pawn shop owner is telling a Mr. West, yeah, $5. And he's like, but this was my grandfather's pocket watch.
You should keep up that Irish accent. I want to hear it the whole time.
Really?
The Irish brogue.
All right. Jonathan reluctantly takes the $5, and pawn shop owner's like, hey, don't worry, your luck will turn up. I'll give you $25 for him, though.
No, I can't part from this dummy here.
Right? And that's where we find out. We see the box, and it says, Little Caesar and Jonathan. The next shot, Jonathan's arriving at his apartment, and a lawn dart almost smashes him in the face.
Yeah, like, it must be sharp enough to stick into the cornboard, but, like, her aunt doesn't get mad enough if she's shooting, like, actually dead. Like, obviously they're not poisonous, but it's still a dart. Like, that would still hurt
That
if
would
you
probably
got
fucking
hit by
kill
it.
you.
Yeah, especially if it, like, hit in the right spot, so...
Yeah, we were introduced to the world's meanest little girl.
She's so unnecessarily mean.
I like she's like, let's bet you didn't get a job today. Just fucking kicking this guy while he's down.
I feel like this is what Arnold should have been acting like to Oscar.
Yeah, he would deserve it.
He would deserve it. This guy doesn't deserve it as much. Although I mean, he does end up stealing to pay his rent and other stuff like that. But
Jonathan goes into his apartment and we meet Caesar, and he's like, how about some supper? Potato soup? Don't worry. I feel like what am I trying to know? Like turning Nord?
yeah, it's turning more into like something Ukrainian almost. I don't know.
I'm going Finnish for a second. And he's like, I'm gonna stop doing the accent.
What was the Bigfoot one? Like, I was doing my chick, and then she said there was no way.
Oh, from Family Guy?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the jerk and the ween Bigfoot. She
No,
jerked the
no,
ween. There's nothing I could do.
no, different one.
Sorry, very off topic, listener. Anyway, he's asking Caesar, he's like, how about some supper? He's like, we'll be getting a booking any day. Jonathan tells the backstory of how Caesar used to belong to someone else, apparently, which never gets brought up again, so I don't understand why that was necessary.
I mean, I guess it's to just... It does become a little bit necessary because at the very end of the episode, we sort of see this pattern in Caesar's, like, custody keeps going from one person to the other, and that it's probably due to him. Although, from what we gather from Jonathan, it sounds like the last owner gave up Caesar on purpose for his love life.
Right. Yeah, so then Jonathan's like, don't worry, Caesar, we're going to make it. And Caesar talks for the first time. I'll play a little bit of that, and it goes into the Rod intro, so I'll just kill two birds with one stone here.
Why don't you stop kidding yourself, buddy? Face it, you're finished.
Jonathan West, ventriloquist, a master of voice manipulation. A man late of Ireland with a talent for putting words into other people's mouths. In this case, the other person is a dummy aptly named Caesar, a small splinter with large ideas, a wooden tyrant with a mind and a voice of his own, who is about to talk Jonathan West into the Twilight Zone.
Strange how Rod says he has a skill with throwing his voice when he clearly doesn't, because Caesar is
his own person.
Is his own person. So all he literally has to do is just tell jokes on stage, and he can't even get a job doing that.
Next shot, Jonathan's in his room. Susan comes in, and she's like, show me how you make him talk. And he's like, oh, no, I can't, dear. I have a very important audition right now. And she's just like, come on, do it, Jonathan. I want to see if your lips move. And he does the whole routine with Caesar. The little girl's like, I didn't see your lips move. And then sees...
Jonathan's basically like, yeah, that's because I'm so good.
And Susan leaves, but not without letting him get one more little jab. She
basically tells him he won't get a job still.
That's pretty funny. And then she closed the door, and Caesar's like, keep that little brant out of here. The next shot, they're at said audition. I'll play some of this because it is not going very well for Jonathan.
It must be really hard, though, for like comedians of any type to kind of audition in front of just a few people. Like, you kind of need a whole big crowd and that atmosphere. Like, if you're just trying to tell jokes, even if it's a really funny joke and it's just in front of one or two people, like, it's not going to land the same.
Would you like me to go through the juvenile delinquent routine, Mr. Miller? It's really very funny.
No, that'll be all. Just leave your phone number. We'll get in touch with you.
Maybe Mr. Miller had a fight with his wife at breakfast.
Maybe it's more like he heard your bad jokes.
All seems kind of lost for this Jonathan character. Next shot, he's back at his apartment. His landlady comes downstairs and is like, "It's something we need to talk about. It's the rent." He's like, "Oh, I knew it. I promise I'll have it soon. I'm gonna get a job." Landlady's like, "Oh, my cousin works at the employment agency. Here's his name. Go down there." And the next shot, Jonathan's at said employee.
And the employment agent guys like asked him like, okay, like what skills do you have? Do you have this skill, that skill? And apparently he has no skills other than just being a ventriloquist dummy.
I remember he was an apprentice to a puppeteer.
Which is, I mean, essentially what he's kind of doing now. Is
and then he's like, "But you're not a citizen, right?" "No." He's like, "All right, well, I'll call you if anything comes my way." Next shot, he's back at his apartment. Little girl comes down to harass him, obviously, and I'll play some of this because it's that Jonathan can't find a job.
Jonathan can't find a job.
Oh, Susan, why don't you go find somebody else?
The truth hurts, and you're too scared to tell my aunt because you're behind in your rent.
This little girl's a sociopath. She's shooting darts at him, shooting fake guns at him. Like, she really wants him dead and has a vendetta against him just for, like, being bad at having a job.
It also makes it feel more real, too, because obviously, in real life, the little girl is waiting on the stairs for him to hit his cue, but in the TV show, I feel like in the real world, that little girl would probably actually just be waiting for him to torment him. Like,
yeah,
she's like, I can't wait to fuck with this guy.
I can definitely see that being the case.
Next shot, he's in his apartment room talking to Caesar. He's like, "If only I could get some money for food and rent." See, I gotta stop doing it. Caesar's like,
Caesar calls him a clod.
It is. It's pretty funny. He's like, "I've had enough of you, pal." He's like, "Let me spell out the cold, hard facts." And he kind of gives, does he plant the seed, or do you think, who's at fault here?
About the robbery?
Yeah.
It's completely on Caesar because he says, "I've tried No, I'm not going to do the Irish accent either. He says he tried everything, and then to which Caesar replies, "Not everything," and that's when we get the cut to them starting their little robbery.
There's all kinds of ways to get hold of money.
I've tried everything.
You have not tried everything. Now shut up and listen.
Yeah, next shot, they're in a shady alley. And I listen to Jerky Boys. I don't know if you listen to him, but I'm about to go into a fucking delicatessen. You never usually hear that word.
So when they kept saying delicatessen, all I could think of was there was a. Do you ever watch like news blooper fails?
Once in a while, yes.
There's one where this lady apparently had never heard the word delicatessen before, and so she read it as deli-cat essence.
It is a weird one because no one calls it a fucking delicatessen.
Yeah. You just messed it up right there. You said delicatessen. I don't even know what it is. Is it just like a supermarket?
No, I think it's more of like a butcher shop that makes sandwiches. Oh. Obviously, it's a deli.
Yeah. Oh, that's just short for...
Delicatessen.
Yeah. Delicatessen.
Yeah. I'll always have it be delicatessen.
Delicatessen. But yeah, they get to the door of the delicatessen, and there's this little sign in the background that's apparently advertising Jake's Tasty Cheese or whatever. And that's when he decides to just throw his suitcase through the glass door.
Yeah, and he robs the till. It's implied. Next shot, he's counting the money out for the landlady. Little girl's just like, "Wow, do wonders ever cease? You better count it again, Auntie." Jonathan goes back to his room. He's like, "I'm a common thief." And Caesar gives him some shit about him sucking at being a thief. He's like, "You act penny ante because you are penny ante. That's the story of your life, pal." And he's like, "Now you're going to listen to me. Get rid of that Irish crap. This is America. The streets are paved with gold, just waiting for us." The little girl is overhearing this conversation through the door, and we go to our first or second commercial break. Next shot, Susan's breaking into Jonathan's apartment. She goes up to Caesar. "You think you're smart, don't you?"
Yeah, quite blazing of her. Like, it's not her room. She just breaks right in, or I guess, do they have no way of locking their doors? It looks like there's like a whole set of keys.
But obviously with her aunt, she probably just goes and steals keys.
Yeah.
She's like, "I heard you talk. I know you can talk." She kind of goes over to just snoop around his dishes, apparently, and Caesar's eyes move. Jonathan comes home just as soon Susan is leaving
Oh,
his room.
before she leaves, too, she smashes up his cigar, which just, why? What a dick move.
Yeah, and Jonathan's like, what were you doing in there? He's like, wouldn't you like to know? Go ask him.
He didn't find me porn collection.
Right? Jonathan goes inside to talk to Caesar. What happened? Did she hurt you? Caesar starts moving, which is just unfortunate. It's one of those things, just like in Jaws, the less is more.
I thought it was kind of funny. I mean, obviously they weren't going for funny with this. Although they weren't going for terrifying either.
I don't know what the fuck they were going for in this episode, honestly.
I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like Alf when you get like the wide angle shots where it's clearly just a person in an Alf costume.
That's better than this. This is just someone fucking moving a dummy at the bottom of the screen.
It's still kind of funny.
Caesar's like, after tonight, we'll be on Easy Street. This is the big one.
It's going to be our final heist. He calls it the really big shoe.
The really big shoe. Jonathan is sneaking around at night in the next shot, and it's a nice-looking building. Caesar tells him, go to the front office.
It seems like Jonathan doesn't know the full extent of the plan. It seems like Caesar is feeding him the plan while they're in motion of it.
Right. Caesar says, if the security guard comes, just tell him you're here to see Mr. Miller. Jonathan breaks into the manager's office. He opens the safe, and there's lots of $1 bills in there, so he takes them. The night watchman is out, and he catches Jonathan on the stage, and I'll play some of this because he has to play it real cool.
Hold it out there. Who is it?
Jonathan West, sir. The ventriloquist.
Mr. Miller told me to meet him here after the club closed.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, sir. Have you met Caesar, sir? Caesar? Can you say hello to the nice gentleman from in there?
What are you, the house dick?
No, I'm the night watchman.
Listen, Flatfoot, with the job you're doing, it's a wonder the mice haven't heisted the joint.
Now, Caesar, that's enough. I'm sorry, sir. I'm afraid he's a barn comic.
You know how funny it would be? Because, like, they could go to, like, the bar and Caesar could just get Jonathan's ass kicked. You're a fucking idiot. What the fuck do you say, buddy?
It wasn't me. It was this doll inside here.
Okay, buddy.
I mean, their whole plan doesn't make a whole lot of sense, which makes me think that Caesar was maybe intentionally setting him up because he doesn't like him. Because even if you get seen by the watchman and the watchman falls for your whole, oh no, I was looking for the manager here.
Yeah,
he still
midnight.
saw you at midnight, right after, and they're gonna discover they got robbed the next day, and they don't try to run it all. So like, what was the plan? Like, I just think Jonathan's such an idiot, and Caesar knew it and just wanted a different owner.
For sure. Next shot, Jonathan and Caesar are getting home to their apartment, and Susan is kind of spying on them. And she overhears a conversation about what they just did. And then we get a weird transition cut. Do you see, like, the screen does, like, a Star Wars split thing?
Yes.
It never happens in
I've
Twilight Zone.
never seen another one like that.
Susan and her aunt are having breakfast. Her aunt's reading the newspaper and says, the club was robbed the other night.
The Copacabana.
The police are looking for clues. So Susan goes and obviously makes a phone call. She is just chomping at the bits. Oh, I have some information for you about who robbed the club last night.
It was Jonathan West.
Next shot, Jonathan's hitting the juice early, apparently. Caesar gives him some crap, and we get a knock at the door. It's the Blues Brothers. Did you notice they look just like them?
I thought you were saying that because they were cops, like the boys in blue.
No, they look like the Blues Brothers.
Oh, I didn't really think so, but okay.
All right. Yep, they're cops, and they're like, we have a few questions for you. Where were you last night around midnight? I don't know. I don't go anywhere.
He does an okay job of, like, answering the question without answering the question. Like, they ask a very direct question, and he just answers something else, like, slightly adjacent to it. He's playing very coy of, like, I'm not going to lie, but I'm also not going to tell you what you want.
He's like, so you didn't go to the nightclub last night? The night watchman said he saw you.
And then he's like, oh, the nightclub? Oh, I've been to that nightclub. I might get a job at that nightclub. Again, not answering the question if he was there last night.
And then he's like, Caesar, tell him what happened. And then he kind of confesses through talking to Caesar.
You were only trying to help me tell them, Caesar. The bills were piling up and there was no food to eat. The rent was overdue and you were just trying to help me. Isn't that right, Caesar? Tell them that you were just trying to help me and that I'm not a common thief, Caesar.
That is some awfully sensual face caressing he's doing to Caesar. Makes me wonder what he's doing with Caesar when we're not watching.
Yeah. Lots of funny shots. I loved those. And then the cops take Jonathan. Everyone leaves the room.
Except for Susan. She's almost out the door when she
hears-
hears Caesar talk to him.
Come over here, kid. What are you doing, honey? Yeah, he's talking. He's like, how would you like to get out of here? And you could help me. I know where he keeps the money.
I know you don't want to live with your aunt anymore. She must suck.
He's like, yeah, it'd be awesome. Okay, well, go get those poison darts. Just very sinister, like.
But I love the this kind of ends on a cyclical sort of way because we get the idea that
He's going to fuck over Susan.
He's going to fuck over Susan just like every owner that he does. A lot less menacing and scary than the dummy, but like in a way similar where it like just flows through different owners and just kind of screws them over.
And then Rod takes us out.
A little girl and a wooden doll. A lethal dummy in the shape of a man. But everybody knows dummies can't talk unless, of course, they learn their vocabulary in the Twilight Zone.
And that is our episode. Tyler, what did you learn?
There's no jobs out there for a ventriloquist.
All right, we'll jump right into ratings. IMDb currently has us at a 6.5 out of 10, which I believe puts us in like the bottom 10 on IMDb rating-wise.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure you're probably going to like it more than me because
I think so.
Statistically do. I'm going to give this a 5. It's pretty crappy, but it is funny. I would maybe watch it if it was in a marathon, but like I said, the acting's fine. It's just the story's kind of stupid, and I don't know. Yeah, 5.
I'm giving this one a 7. I think it's fun. It's Twilight Zone-y, clear moral, and fun ending where it kind of implies that Caesar's been doing this to people, and he's going to keep doing it to people, including the little girl that probably has it coming.
Who are they? Where are they? What are they? Let's find out together in the Twilight Gnome presents Inside the Twilight Zone.
All right, so this week we have Jackie Cooper. He played Jonathan West, and he also did the voice of Caesar. I don't know why. For some reason, I figured it was 2 different actors.
I also assumed it was going to be 2 different actors.
he did the voice for Caesar as well, which makes sense.
Yes, obviously.
But I always assumed it was a different guy. He was a child actor in the 30s, and he was in a bunch of these films where he played a character named Dinky. He was in a Dinky movie, and yeah, I kept seeing like all these movies from the 30s, and his name is Dink.
It just said Dink, not Dinky.
Dink, yeah, and then one of the movies was called Dinky. I don't know what it was about, but he was like probably, looked like he was like 10 or so in those movies. Then he transitioned to TV in the 50s, as so many people did 3 studio ones. He played Perry White in all the Superman movies, the Christopher Reeves and Richard Donner ones.
I don't know who Perry White is.
Neither do I, but he's in all those. And then he was also a director, too, and he directed 13 episodes of MASH.
Oh, that's pretty cool. See, there was parts where he was talking, and I don't know if it was just because he was trying to put on the Irish brogue or not, but like it would kind of slip into it sounded a lot like the voice of Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. And I thought like maybe he was the voice actor for him. No.
Then we have Morgan Brittany. She played Susan. She's still alive. She was in 56 episodes of Dallas. She was in the original Yours, Mine, and Ours in 1968. And she was in 3 Twilight Zones. We have one more of hers to do. So she was in this, obviously. She was in Nightmare as a Child. She played the little girl at the end when she goes out and it's not the ghost.
There must have been... Oh, because that was season 1, right? Yeah. Okay, so I was like, she definitely big time gap there because she was like a little girl.
Not that... The little girl at the end.
The one at the very end that
it just shows
singing,
for like a split second.
The one where she's also singing to her doll too, right? Yeah,
but not the main little girl in there.
Yeah,
and then she is also in Valley of the Shadow, season 4, episode 3.
All
right. She was also in 2 Twilight Zone radio dramas that she did in like the early 2000s. Obviously, she was an older lady or middle-aged in this, and she did the voice of Millicent Barnes in Mirror Image, and she played the main character in The Passerby in the radio dramas.
Nice.
Then we have Sarah Shelby. She played the landlady. She was in one episode of I Love Lucy, which I always like to see, like some of the 50s shows that were huge, like Honeymooners and that, if anyone was ever in there. And she played the voice of Prissy the elephant in Dumbo in 1941.
Is that Dumbo's mom?
I don't know. I'm not sure. And then she was in lots of TV from the 50s through the 70s. A little trivia on this. This was the only episode of The Twilight Zone written by a woman, and it was the only episode that she wrote for the show. She was actually the secretary of William Frog, the producer of The Twilight Zone at the time, so This is the same dummy from the episode The Dummy.
All right, stepping on my toes there.
Jackie Cooper came up with the idea to have an Irish accent for some reason, and the director and everyone was like, okay. So it wasn't written in. He just wanted to. It'd be funny if I did an Irish accent and I was eating potato soup.
Well, they did add a few lines to kind of make it continuity-wise kind of tied in there.
And also with Jackie Cooper, his name can be seen on a poster in another Twilight Zone episode in one of the Dickie movies that he was in, Dinky one.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Guess what episode it was? Season 4.
Season 4, have I seen it?
Who would like a movie like Dinky?
Oh, it's the one that you love. What the hell is it called? With Commissioner Gordon there.
The Incredible World of Horace Ford. Yep. All right. In total, this episode cost $55,464. The director received $1,500, and the cast received $6,145.
What'd you say your name was?
What's in the name, Mr. Benninger, really? A mere question of semantics. Just language. A mere stretch of words.
So every week, Tyler and I come up with a few alternative titles to the episodes we are watching, and this week I prematurely blew my load and stopped the music, but we will not let this stop our momentum.
Well, how many new names did you come up with?
I only have 2.
I have 4.
All right. I'll do my debacle, and then you do 3, and then I'll do my last one, then you do yours.
All right.
I'm going to do the dummy debacle.
Yep, the dummy debacle. It's pretty obvious, low-hanging fruit right there.
Yep.
All right, 2 more. I got We're a Team, Honor Amongst Thieves.
I have about Catch Me, I'm Irish.
All right.
Terrible name.
And my last one, The Crimes of Caesar.
Pretty good.
Got any other episode names?
Switcheroos, yeah. I could probably come up with like 2 off the top of my head.
One's pretty obvious.
Yeah. One for the Angels. I know. The dummy.
Yep. I also got Nervous Man in a $4 Room.
Yes, that's a very good one. How about, yeah.
You want me to say mine?
Yeah, let's see what else you got.
All right, so we got The Dummy, Nervous Man in a $4 Room, and then I had 3 more. I had The Fugitive.
Yeah.
He's Alive.
Yeah.
And Living Doll.
Yay.
Yeah. You are now about to penetrate the Twilight Zone.
I feel like it's been a while since we had one of these.
It's been quite a while. I forgot completely the whole thing here. But every now and again, if Tyler or I have a worthy porno parody titled name, we will do so. And it's been a minute, so what do you got instead of?
All right, instead of Caesar and me, I have Caesar in me.
Oh, gross.
All right, so not many references. Most of them were on the other dummy episodes, so there's very few pickings for this. But there were a few. So first off, we have 1931. There was a mafia movie called Little Caesar, where this character obviously gets his name from because he's also supposed to be like a mobster-esque dummy character here too.
I didn't get that at all from that episode.
No? And then we also have a season 3 episode of The Twilight Zone called The Dummy. Obviously, this heavily borrows from it, including the prop itself, which was owned by currently what?
MGM.
Well, at the time it was, but it's currently owned by David Copperfield, and it's in his museum.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so if you want to visit David Copperfield's museum, you can.
I'm guessing that's in Vegas.
I would imagine. I don't know where David Copperfield lives.
It has to be Vegas.
Probably. Then we also have the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, where there's a replica of the dummy that is in the Florida version of the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror.
You think most people, when they get down at the bottom of the elevator, are like, oh, look, there's Willie, but there's like one guy, like
no, it's Caesar.
Oh, they know they got Caesar here.
Because literally it's the same kind of doll, so you could really call it either one. Other than that, there's just a few kind of movies where dolls convince their owners to commit crimes. So you got 1988's Child's Play, 2016's The Devil's Doll, and 1991's Dolly Dearest.
All right. All right, so every week Tyler picks the episodes, and he does so by showing me an AI-generated picture. I play a little game where I have to guess what it is. Now, next week is Halloween, everybody. So it's going to be our second annual Halloween special.
Alex already knows the 3 Halloween episodes that I have picked as Halloween episodes. He obviously knows that last year we did the Howling Man, so he has a 50-50 shot as to which one. All week long, he's been bouncing back and forth between the two, so it'll be interesting to see if he successfully gets his 50-50 shot right.
All right. I think you are going with 22.
You ready?
Yes. I fucked up.
You messed up. Yep.
It's The Grave.
Yep. Very good
right.
episode. One of my favorites.
It's a good one. It's going to be a nice spooky one. I hope it does well. It's funny. I was thinking of, like, last week we did The Hitchhiker, which I feel like is an iconic one, but for some reason, view-wise, it's down hard.
Oh,
it's funny how some hit
timing.
and some don't. Like our Night Call got like 600 views in like a day, and we're like, what the?
People liked the moaning that was happening in that episode.
Oh god! Right, but it's just funny that big episodes. But hopefully, with this one being a big one and a Halloween one, and dropping on Halloween, so after trick or treating, you can sit back and eat a whole bag full of candy and listen to The Grave. I'm excited. We might have a little tricks or treats for you guys as well next week. All right, a little bit of housekeeping. If you guys could please continue to like and subscribe on the YouTube page, it would mean the world to us. Our goal, do you think should we set a goal of 300 before the end of the year? Is that doable?
Maybe, yeah.
That would be our goal.
Let's put it out there in the ether and see what comes.
So if you have any friends that listen to podcasts or likes Twilight Zone or anything, it would mean the world to us if you guys could put our name out there. And if you need to get a hold of us for any other reason, you can email us at twilightgnome59@gmail.com.
And be sure to go ahead and vote on the poll. I drop poll every Tuesday. Right now, the poll is... So this week, the poll is out there for which actor would win the Twilight Zone talent show. So we've got a different fun, couple different contestants there. And then last week's, the question was pick a means of transportation and a companion to travel across the Twilight Zone with. And the winner by a landslide was traveling by train with Gart Williams.
Yeah. Even though it has a tragic ending.
Yeah.
Willoughby seems like a nice place, though.
Yeah, but like... You don't want to travel in a car with someone that died in a car accident. That's bad. You don't want to travel on a plane with someone that hates flying, that keeps seeing something tearing apart the plane. That would be terrifying. And traveling by wagon would suck ass.
Yeah. All right. My final question for you, Tyler. What is like the pinnacle, the coolest dummy / like doll toy thing in any film or TV? And why is it Conky?
I was going to say it's one of Jeff Dunham's. He's the only ones that I can think of that has like funny ventriloquist.
You're going with that. I was thinking like movies and TV show. You got like
that's
Chucky.
a TV show. You got Americans Got Talent. That's a TV show. Yeah, Jeff Dunham.
You're going with one of his puppets?
Yeah.
Are you going with like Walter, the old man?
I'd either say Walter or Ahmed. One of those two. They're both funny characters. Like the only other one I can think of is like the green monkey thing, but I don't even remember any of the jokes from that one. Oh, yeah. Peanut, yeah.
I gotta go with Conky.
Yeah.
Hey, Ricky.
I love Conky.
Not a fan of that show.
No? What are some other like cool? Like I said, you got Chucky.
Do they have to just be dolls in general?
So like best dummy or doll from like a TV show. So I wonder like if puppets count. You got like fucking
Lamb
Elmo
Chop,
and Big Bird and Lamb Chop. Yeah.
Well, I mean, depends on how vague you want to define a puppet, and then we could count Ludo from Labyrinth. Is that a puppet?
Technically, I guess, yeah. The Bear and the Big Blue House ones. I was watching that with the kids the other day, and like the otters are clearly just like arm puppets.
Yep. Yeah, those are always my favorite.
I'm pretty
on
sure
that show.
Bear is the only one that's actually like a guy in a suit. All the rest are puppets.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I'm.
Does the Bear remind you of Drew Carey? He reminds me of Drew Carey.
I'm pretty sure it's his voice, isn't it?
I don't think so.
No. The voice sounds very similar to Drew Carey. But yeah, if I'm picking a puppet and it has to be specifically a ventriloquist, I'm probably going to go with one of Jeff Dunham's. Otherwise, how widely considered a puppet is, I'm going to go with Ludo or maybe Sir Didymus and Ambrosius. Well, Ambrosius is obviously a real dog.
Half the time. All right. Well, until then, Nomies, is there anything you want to say to our dear listeners, Ty?
Yes. Thank you all for stepping into the Twilight Gnome with us.
It's 4 o'clock, the howling man is gone.